Hi, this is Sweet June. I'm back. How's everybody doing today? It is a beautiful day in Michigan today. It's supposed to reach up to 60 degrees. That's a record high for February. Usually around this time of year, we got some serious blizzards and the below zero temperatures going on. It's usually pretty bad around this time of year. Typically, it's usually pretty bad around this time of year here in Michigan. So this is a beautiful day. It's a record high. So try to enjoy the day and enjoy the beautiful sun and the warm air. Um, I've been marinating on something. I've been hearing a lot in the news and on blogs and everything about women um, killing their kids. Um, and I'm starting to wonder what's up with that. It's like I'm starting to wonder what the heck is going on with women, with these women, and particularly it's these young women that are taking out their kids. I don't understand why they're doing this. And the only thing that I can come up with is they are they're single parents, and the only thing that I can come up with is that mentally they're so mentally stressed out to the point that they can't they just snap. They're so mentally stressed out and to the point to where they snap and they just go off on their kids. And I'm just starting to wonder what's up. And I'm particularly hearing, I'm very disturbed at the fact that I'm hearing a lot of cases about young black women doing this. And I think I mentioned in one of my other videos that it seems like the younger generation of black women, um, they don't appear to have the mental strength and mental stamina that us older black women have. They just seem like they're just cracking. They just seem to be cracking under pressure. Um, we living in some very difficult times right now. We're living in much harder times right now. Times are really really hard right now, and the economy is, despite what anybody may say, the economy is still pretty bad, and we're really living in some hard times. Everything is so expensive. Housing costs, food, and everything is really expensive. And then the help is getting cut short. It's like now they're acting like they don't want to help you too much anymore. And jobs are scarce, and it's harder to get a decent paying job out here. Even if you have an education, it's still very difficult to find a really decent paying job. And we did towards the end of the system, so it's times is just getting harder and harder. Times are getting rougher and rougher, and it just seems like these young ladies are having these babies, and they just can't mentally cannot handle the pressures of single parenthood. And that's what I'm going to talk about. And I'm just been hearing a lot of cases like this, and I'm really over it. I'm over it, and I'm sick and tired of hearing cases of women taking their children's life. You know, there's just no reason for it. There's just no reason for it. And I get it that it's like I said in some of my other videos. It is extremely hard to be a single mother. It is very hard to be a single mother. It is very stressful to be a single mother. You are under a lot of stress. It's very difficult on all levels. Um, but it goes back to what I was saying, in my other videos. These young ladies need to think about that before they get themselves in that situation. Before you go off and you have children, you need to think about, you need to take time to think about, or talk to some older ladies. Older ladies that single mothers has already been where you're trying to go and think about what you're going to get yourself into before you go off and you have kids. It is not the children's fault that the children, no child asked to come here. There is no child on this planet that asked to be born, that asked to come here. And I look at it like this: if you don't have the mental stamina that it takes to be a single mother and raise children, then you need to close your legs. Plain and simple. I'm just going to put it out there very bluntly. You need to close your legs, stop having sex. If you cannot take the mental stamina that it takes to raise children, because it does. It takes a lot of mental stamina. It takes a lot of strength. You got to have a lot of strength. You got to be very strong mentally. You have to be very strong to raise children. And if you don't have that, and I know a lot of young ladies don't think about that, but when you're young, and you're 9 times out of 10, you're not going to be very strong at that point. You know, and you need to talk to some older ladies. You need to talk to your mom. If you can't talk to your mom, you need to talk to some older ladies that's already been there, and smartening up. Start smartening up, because I'm just sick and tired. I've just been sick and tired of hearing these cases where these young ladies are killing their kids. I'm really getting sick and tired of it, and I'm over it. There is simply no excuse for any mother to kill their kids. There's no reason for it. I heard this case about this young lady that got into it with the father. They showed a picture of her. I think she had 2 kids, and the 2 kids were so precious. They were so cute. They were beautiful kids. I think she had a boy and a girl, and she fell out. What happened was she fell out with the father of the kids, got mad at the father, and killed the kids. Called the father and told him, "You better come over here because I'm going to kill your kids." I don't know if he didn't take her very seriously, or maybe he thought she was joking. I don't know. But that's exactly what she did. She took the kids out. She killed the kids. And I just think that's stupid. I just think it's stupid. I don't know. She was mad at the father, and in attempts to get back at the father, she took the kids out. Really? I mean, I'm sorry. I don't understand the psychology behind that. I don't understand. I'm a single mother. There was times where I was mad at the fathers of my children, particularly my youngest son's dad. There was times where I was very angry and upset with him, but not ever have I ever once thought one time about taking my son out. I never thought once about taking my kids out. Never. There's times where I've been very angry and disappointed with their fathers, but not one time have I ever thought taking them out. That I ever got so stressed out and so angry to the point to where I thought about taking my kids out. So I don't, when I read stories like this, when I hear about stories like this, I don't understand. It's hard for me to wrap my mind around it. It's literally hard for me to wrap my mind around stories like this. And it's very disturbing to me. I'm like instantly thinking, okay, what went off in her head? What thoughts was running through her head to make her think that it was okay to take her kids out, to kill her kids? How can you be that angry at the father of your child? And mind you, she had a relationship with this man. This wasn't just some random guy she was dating. She apparently had a relationship with this guy, and they fell out. And she took the kids out. My thought is, what could have possibly made you so angry to the point to where you want to kill the kids? And she called herself taking the kids out to get back at him. I'm sorry, I just can't wrap my mind around it. I don't understand it. I don't understand the psychology. I don't understand. I can't wrap my mind around it. I don't understand the thought process that goes into your head when you. I don't know what. I don't understand it. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't understand why any mother would want to kill her kids. I don't understand it. The one people, the very people that love you unconditionally is your children. They look up to you. The very people that look up to you and love you, you want to take them out. You want to kill them. You want to take them out. These little people are an extension of you. They are an extension of you. They are a part of you. But you want to take them out. Yes, they're a part of the Father too, but they're a part of you. But you want to take them out? I don't understand it. I don't get it. It's like, because in my mind, I'm thinking a normal mother, a normal loving mother, if you're a normal, logical thinking, sane, loving mother, you're going to think, I know when I think about the mere thought of something happening to either one of my sons, I tear up. I just tear up. I don't even want to think about it. The mere thought of the possibility of something happened to either one of my sons, I tear up. I just don't want to even imagine it. I don't even want to imagine anything horrible happening to either one of my sons. It's like a mother's love for a child is supposed to be unlike any love that you have as far as a human being. I'm talking about as far as loving other human beings. The mother's love, a bond that you have with your kids, is supposed to be unshakable. That bond is supposed to be unshakable. And the love that you have for your kids is supposed to be stronger than any love that, even for a man, that you have for any other human being. It's unlike any other love that you may have for any other human being. It's really, really, as far as human beings, it's really a powerful love, a bond between a mother and a child. So that's why I can't wrap my mind around why the psychology behind these women doing this. And I'm thinking that they they're stressed out for being a single mom, and they cracking under pressure. You know, all the stresses that comes along with being a single mom, they just crack it. You know, Satan is definitely playing a factor there. You know, it's like they allowing Satan into their mind, into their heart, to even, because you gotta be letting Satan in to even be thinking like that. You allowing Satan to just overtake your mind. But my thought is, this is the point I'm making, is that if you don't have the mental stamina it takes to be a single mother, you need to keep your legs closed. Stop having sex. Protect yourself. Do not have children. Don't bring children into this world. If you cannot handle being a single mom and raising your children, then you don't need to have. There is some women that just don't need to have kids. They're not mentally strong enough to even handle having children. Now, I know these young ladies are young and they don't realize that, in the beginning. But I'm just so sick and tired of hearing about these cases. I'm over hearing about these cases of these young ladies taking these kids out. If you can't handle being a single mom, lock it up. Because it takes a tremendous amount of strength to raise children. You have to be strong. You have to be strong for those kids, because children don't ask to come here. They don't ask to be brought into this world. And so for you to take your anger and your frustrations out on your kids, That is a sin within itself. Because, the Bible talks about the shedding of innocent blood. You know, children are innocent. And you're taking out all your anger and your frustrations out on those poor innocent babies that they didn't ask to come here, they didn't ask to be born, they didn't ask to be conceived. And I just think that people just need to start thinking. People need to start putting more thought, more thought process. Parents need to start talking to their kids more. Parents need to start talking to their sons. Parents need to start talking to their daughters. More need to be taught in the schools and the churches. I mean, on all levels and everywhere with these young people. We need to put more emphasis on abstinence, abstaining until marriage. Society, that's a problem. Society condones all this sex outside of marriage. Society condones it. But then when these kinds of things happens, it breaks down our society. When young ladies are having these children and everything, and they're not mentally prepared to raise these kids, then it breaks down our society. And I'm not just targeting the females. The young men need to be talked to. Fathers need to be starting to talk to I mean, on all levels. Schools, parents, it falls on everybody because it breaks down whole society when things like this happens. I'm just over it. I'm tired of hearing cases like this. And I'm looking at, like I say, young ladies need to close their legs. If you don't have the mental stamina that it takes to have children, I heard a case about it the other day. Yeah, my thought is, you shouldn't even had the kids in the first place. I don't know. I'm just getting this off my chest. I'm just so tired of over hearing about cases like this. Let me know what you think in the comments section. This is Sweet June.